Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Today, we have no plan for this daily dash other than we're going to mail out all the shoe packages for the day, and we're going to talk about some results that I just got in. Now, if you guys do not care about fitness advice, health topics, and all that stuff, probably not the video for you, but I really feel like talking about some fitness, health tips, anything that I can give away for free. I was listening to a very informational podcast yesterday. There's two dietitians discussing all sorts of things. And just recently, earlier this week, I went and got my blood work done because I haven't got my blood work done in probably like 10 years. I feel very healthy. I've always felt very healthy, but I was very interested. My roommate is vegan. He's basically had the same lifestyle as me for a while. I wanted him to get his blood work done. Still hasn't gotten his yet. But because I always hear that, like, oh, you eat too much meat, all that, blah, blah, blah. So I was interested to see if I had low testosterone, high cholesterol, anything. It's not COVID, I swear. Got that checked out. We're all good. Anyways, so first of all, some interesting statistics that came up the other day in the podcast was that 70% of people in the United States are overweight. 70%, which means 70% of the people I'm probably talking to are overweight. So hopefully you guys can take some of these tips that I'm about to give you guys. Also, 30% of the United States has diabetes or is pre-diabetic, meaning they're on their way. So those are some alarming results. Another very alarming statistic that came up was by 2035, diabetes could bankrupt the country. With how many people, like, the chart looks like this. It goes from like 1950 and up, and it goes up and up and up, and that's the result. So it's not like we're doubling how many people have diabetes every year. It's more like quadrupling and then quintupling, like it's going up exponentially. So I just feel like I can use my platform as well as possible to give out the best advice, because there's one thing that I know that I'm qualified for, as someone who's been a professional athlete for 14 years, personal trainer for over 10 years. I've definitely studied every single bit of dieting and nutrition and applied it all to myself. So I feel like I'm very qualified to talk about this. Plus, I have many, like, UFC fighter friends. I've talked to them about their diets, professional athletes, Olympic athletes. I've basically worked with everyone. So first, my blood work came back absolutely perfect. The doctor said it's very rare for blood work to come back this perfect. Literally everything. So my testosterone score, my free total testosterone is a 622. Anywhere between 250 and 1100 is ideal, and mine is literally right in the middle, perfect. I was a little, like, not gonna lie, when I got my blood work done, I was kind of not hoping for it not to come back as perfect as it did, because literally I was like, I don't know, I was thinking, maybe we'll make some, like, adjustments depending on what comes back. My cholesterol's too high, yada yada, any of that stuff. And literally the doctor said it's pretty astounding how good everything came back. Not to brag or anything, but I do have perfect test results. The only thing that came up that was abnormal was my carbon dioxide, calcium, and albumin, which is all 0.1 too high. So it's basically perfect. Just a teeny bit too high with those numbers, but literally everything else is perfectly in the middle of where it should be, which is awesome. And it's really, honestly, it's really good to know that. I was kind of a little bit worried. Like, I do know that I drink a lot of caffeine and pre-workout and all that stuff, so I was just wondering, that's why I went and got my blood work done. I was super interested. Anyways, some very interesting facts that I was listening to on the podcast the other day. I will put the link down below. It was a Joe Rogan episode. If you guys don't know, I listen to Joe Rogan all the time. He has very, very diverse guests, and I love when he has people come on and, like, kind of debate with each other, or just give out just straight up facts that from studies and everything. Anyway, so a very interesting thing came up, and it's basically the one tip that I give everyone, especially all of my new clients when I was a personal trainer. It's hard to give people like a whole list, because you could go on and on for days. Like, the list could be forever of tips that you can give out. But the one tip that I've always told people is, if you want to lose weight, focus on your protein intake. So you want to get your grams of protein, meaning if you weigh 150 pounds, you want 150 grams of protein per day. Now, for example, a few things like an egg. An egg has about 7 or 8 grams of protein. A protein scoop from like whey protein or something like that, anywhere, it's usually around 25 grams per scoop. Sometimes it's less and they're less concentrated, but it depends on what it is. And for example, like 4 to 6 ounces of a steak is anywhere from like 30 to 40 grams of protein. So focus on getting more protein in your diet. That's the one thing that's very important. People who under consume protein over consume calories. Let me say that again. People that under consume protein over consume their calories, because protein is like the number one thing that your body needs, and most people don't give their body enough protein. Trust me, that is the one thing that I don't not give my body. I give my body enough protein every single day. That's the one thing I always have focused on, is getting the right amount of protein. And generally, you don't need to overeat, because your body feels satiated. It feels full. It feels like it got what it needed when you're making sure that you're getting your right amount of protein. Your body doesn't really need carbs. It can survive plenty good without carbs. Plenty good, that's a horrible way of saying that, but it survives great without carbs. There's the keto diet, there's carnivore diets, and they've been proven to show that maybe not over long periods of time, but over short periods of time, they can be very beneficial. Now, a lot of people are gonna argue and say your brain needs carbs and stuff. Yeah, I'm not saying you don't need carbs, I'm saying your body could survive without carbs. Your body only needs proteins and fats. Fat is basically what's like the lubricant of your body. It's basically what helps transport nutrients through your body. When you have a lot of fat, your blood really runs a lot better. There's all these fake articles that came back out in the 90s. Basically, it was like some corruption with the sugar industry paid some doctor to say that high cholesterol was very dangerous and was causing heart disease and stuff. And it ended up, after like 20 years or so, we kind of found out that's not true, actually. Cholesterol is what is like the building block of like hormones and testosterone and all that, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, so I think, for one, my number one suggestion is to everyone, go get your blood work done, see where you're at. If you haven't gotten checked in a while, you might be pre-diabetic. Hopefully everyone's watching my videos. Like, literally my videos are me driving to the gym every day. So hopefully some more of you guys have started going to the gym. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys have started working out since watching the channel, if you guys have taken any of my advice, and what was it? What was like the main bits of advice that you guys have enjoyed so far? But anyways, back to what's very important. Just focus on getting your grams of protein. If you're 250 pounds and you're typically getting 50 grams of protein, I'm not saying just overdose all of a sudden, go straight up to 250. Work your way up, you know? But that's the one thing I can safely say to everyone, is if you're getting the right amount of protein, you're not going to feel hungry throughout the day. Not gonna lie, like people that I see, especially people that I live with or work with, a lot of people just overeat their carbohydrates, and they are always wondering why they can't build muscle and stuff. It's because muscle is built by protein. The more muscle that you have, the more calories you burn as well. So a lot of people tell me like, oh yeah, I want to lose weight, but I just don't want to work out because I don't want to get buff. That has literally never happened. No one has accidentally gotten buff. It's not possible. It's very hard. Anyways, some other tips I would say if you are trying to lose weight would be, I would strongly suggest intermittent fasting. Personally, I fast till 2 o'clock every day. I find that if I just fast until 2 o'clock every day and I stop eating around 8 o'clock, so I just have a 6-hour window that I'm eating and consuming calories, I can keep my weight down really easy. I recently dropped down from 185 pounds. I think I was 189 at one point, and now I'm about 156. So I lost pretty significant weight. And the main things that I was doing, other than cryo, because cryo is amazing, you burn about 800 calories with one cryotherapy session because of the extended period of time that your body is recovering. So if you guys really wanted to lose some weight, go get a cryo membership and do it every single day like I've been doing. But most people aren't going to do that. Just focus on intermittent fasting, making that window where you are actually consuming protein, or not protein, calories in total. When you're consuming calories, try to make it in that window. Mine's 2 to 8. Maybe if you're just starting, you do like 12 to 8, a little bit bigger of a window. And on top of that, make sure you're working out. If you can, work out first thing in the morning, just a little bit, just to do some kind of like fasted workout, burn more calories and fat, and then during maybe probably like 6 or 7, I would say would be the most ideal time to work out because you'll have calories to work with. Go and do like a heavier workout then. Anyways, let me know if you guys enjoy these kinds of tips, what you guys want to hear about in the future. I just feel that with how bad society is getting, and I feel like we can straight up blame the sugar industry and people over consuming calories. Like, so many people consume sugar like on a daily basis. Like, the first thing they wake up, they eat some cereal, then they have like more like a sandwich for lunch, and like just every meal is loaded with carbohydrates. I'm telling you, the one thing that you need to focus on is just get your grams of protein per body weight. So per pound, if you're 150 pounds, 150 grams of protein. If you're 100 pounds, 100 grams of protein. It's the one thing that people need to focus on. So if you can just apply that tip, I guarantee you will see results. Anyways, let me know if this helped at all. Very off topic today, but this is probably my biggest passion, is fitness and exercise and dieting and everything. Because, for example, you can't Doordash if your car doesn't work, right? Well, you can't live if your body doesn't work. It's the same thing. And your standard of living is going to be reduced significantly if you cannot like exercise. Like, if you're very out of shape, it's going to be very hard to get started. And I'm telling you from experience, the more weight you lose, the easier everything gets, and the more motivated that you'll be, etc. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoy it, please subscribe, smash that like button. If you guys want to get some shoes, go to offaxisathletics.com, use the discount code offaxistanner for 30% off. Get yourself some workout shoes. Anyways, we'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.